new, and I had this vision few days ago that came through to launch the AI chat bot that's function as a mind mirror. So he would the AI would reflect back and would be curious about to bring person closer to the dream, to remind about the dream that the person kind of forgot. So it's designed to to guide everyone who is playing with it towards the heart and to remember the dream and find a purpose why we came here. And I did launch yesterday the full tester, so I was just playing myself with it, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it so I designed it so it also would encourage to start taking actions in the real world. And it's yeah, there is quite a lot there. I was working the whole day channeling it and prompting it. So yeah, if you want to test it out to talk about it, dream would be really cool to get your feedback. And and I want to and I'm designing it to make it completely free, completely that it doesn't collect any data. It's just pure mind mirror, so that people can just reflect back and forth and like go deeper and deeper if one wants, and that it would spread organically, so it would be sent only from people to people. If it's a good thing, then it's shared. If it's not, it doesn't matter. um so yeah, it was also cool to design that with the AI got super excited. AI was like, whoa, you're like, this one really will change, whoa. And it start providing so much informations, and like it feels like AI put even extra load of attention to help to design it and to process it and all of that. So really, yeah, really, I had a cool journey a few days ago. Still having.
I think that this is a cool dream mechanism that maybe even it would be nice for new people that don't have an awareness of how this mechanism could work or AI could work. It could be a great way for people to get
Yeah,
super curious about themselves.
yeah,
So it's fascinating that you bring this together, brother, because it's so
yeah,
important.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it feels really, it's a good tool, and it can definitely impact a lot of people to realize the dreams, because it encourages to take steps and actions, and like it's a playful one. It's pretty much the same like you would be talking to me. And we would be exploring. I will share it. It's still a draft, and I need to complement it with some stuff. But it would be really cool because now it's a phase of testing. Yes,
Send it over, brother. Share it in the group.
I will share it. I don't know if I should share it into the Lighthouse yet,
Whatever you prefer, whatever is best for you.
because I would like to share it once it has yeah, complete. And I chose the platform. Now it's just a prototype. I still need to
Ready?
explore where to launch it.
I wanted to introduce you all to this amazing lady, Raisha.
Right.
I just had a call with Raisha, and she's from Dubai. Raisha, you want to share a little bit about yourself to this amazing family? Brenda and Shanika. It's a small group today. However, I think it'd be amazing for them to hear from you.
Hi guys,
Hello,
nice to
Reisha.
meet you. It's Brenda, and I can't pronounce. Sorry, can you help me pronounce your name?
Sigitas.
Sakitas. Nice to meet you. My name is Raisha. I live in Dubai. I work in fashion. I like meeting new people. However, in Dubai, I'm not able to meet like-minded people that much. So I'm very happy that Eric, who I actually met in Dubai, um, it was we met in the pool. I was lounging, and he was very nice enough to come talk to me. We connected very well. So, and then I found out about his online community, so I thought I would join and get to know some of you guys around the world.
Mm. Cool.
Yeah, beautiful. Welcome, welcome. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do except fashion in Dubai?
Yeah.
What do I do except fashion? I like kite surfing. I do that on
Oh.
my weekends. Working out. What else? I like trying new restaurants, new bars.
Sorry, what do you do in fashion? When you say you're in fashion, do you work in fashion?
I do. Yeah, I do. I work in the business side of fashion. I work for Prada. I do events, retail events for them, where essentially I'm organizing in-store retail events for our high purchasing clients to boost our sales. So yeah, sometimes I also work with image events in Dubai. So I take over all the stores that we run in the Middle East. We have 13 of them. So everything related to sales, launch of new collection, I help promote them.
Oh,
How about
fun.
you?
Sorry, I didn't. What was the
Sagitas,
question? It broke. Or, oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Brenda. Go ahead.
well, interesting, Raisha. I started off as a fashion photographer like many years ago. So I originally wanted to be a fashion designer, but I ended up not liking chemistry. And so I took time off and I got into photography. So I did photography for a long time. Currently, I am a real estate investor. I provide spaces where people can thrive. I'm very into, development now. I've got a lot of rental houses. Over the years when I was a photographer, I was buying rental houses. And so I've kind of, collected houses, rented houses out, and moving more into a little more development. I've developed a few new builds, and now I'm looking at another project. Moving forward, I'm looking for more meaningful projects, things that have a little more meaning. It's just not like collecting another property. So I'm looking at a development that would include community living, along with a healing, I don't want to say healing center, but a wellness part of the community. And so I'm always interested in talking to other people that have done something or are interested in doing something. There was a woman on the call the other day. What I like about these calls, we get people from all over the world, and they can always give some insight into what's happening in their country. I'm not sure about Dubai, if they have community space. I'm in, same as Eric, in Edmonton, Canada.
Mhm.
And so
How
we're
about
just
you?
kind of thinking, we're just looking at doing something local and then moving on to sort of more of a global. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Sagitas?
Yes, it's me. I am currently in Lithuania. Risha, nice to meet you, and cool that you are a kite surfer. Are you kite surfing in Dubai?
Yeah.
Or you need to travel? So yeah, I used to do. Sorry,
Here.
is there a wind over there?
Yeah, that's pretty windy.
Ah, cool. Okay. I didn't realize that. Well, I am currently living in Lithuania, back where I grew up. So I'm enjoying life. I have no, well, I'm living as we know in this community owner's life for quite a few years already. So I have abundance of time and energy, and yeah, what I do whatever I want. So I run few businesses in Stockholm, Sweden, remotely, and what else? I love crafting. I love playing now with leather. I love rockets, crafting rockets, creating all kind of gifts for people. And my business fundamentally is inspiration, and that's what I do. I inspire people to reimagine their life and businesses, and yeah, whatever they want to reimagine. Being in service.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
We're grateful you're here, Aisha. It's amazing to see you want to be part of even more meaning. And I know that this is something that for us is all very important. So I know for me, being in Dubai, at the beginning, especially when I didn't really know anyone, it was quite challenging. So once I started to be able to put myself out there and share openly even more, I was able to attract people. And so I'm grateful that you're here. I think that there's the beautiful part about this space is like we're super vulnerable and authentic in our realities, whether it's, you know, how we want to integrate into our businesses, but also, and also just wanting to just wanting to raise our standards. So you know, we talked about, you and I talked about this briefly in private, is like, you know, you're wanting to raise your standards. You're wanting to bring a new, most high standard of principles to your life. So by doing that, you know, what are the ways that you are moving towards values of health, vitality, creativity, you know, and really owning your own voice, because you, like you said, you know, you have this voice that you want to, or you are using. So thank you for being here.
It's nice to meet you. Hope we can connect more in the
We
future.
can't really hear you. Is it okay? I can't really hear you properly.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I'm just like mumbling. But yeah, I hope to connect with you guys in your community on a deeper level more in the calls in the future days.
What's most inspiring in Dubai right now in terms of the events that you're creating for Prada or yourself or kite surfing? What's most inspiring for you?
I think I would say I love seeing just like the younger generation kind of just step up and not follow any preconceived notions in terms of like they're very unique to individuality. Like they're not conforming anything in terms of like trends. Like they're very bold. So that's been inspiring. Even in Dubai, there's like a lot of people who are like out of the basic standards of whether it's expressing themselves or dressing up. So yeah, there's different types of people. I'm meeting a lot of cool people here. Yeah.
And why is it inspiring for you, that boldness? Why do you why that tickles you?
Just because I like to see people be the best and the most authentic versions of themselves.
Is there something
Like
for
I
you
think,
there as well? Like, do you see yourself that you want to be that expressive and authentic? That's
exactly.
something you crave.
Yes, it's definitely something I crave, and when I see it in other people, it's definitely aspirational, and I feel I can connect to it, and I appreciate it, and I look up to it.
Mm. Do you feel you are living your full expression now? Do you feel like you're there in your authenticity?
I
And
don't,
this is the way you want to live, you know, like do you allow that part of yourself to shine?
not always. I don't think I'm there. I don't think most of the people are there, but I would like to be.
Well,
It's
you
just
know,
when
we have this play here with the but word, and the but, when you just said that you are not, and then you said but, it means you are, and it means that if you already are in your authentic expression, you are able to see that in others, because otherwise you would not be able to see that in others. So yeah, that's maybe something, you know, for you to look into and change the story if you for it.
Welcome to the Lighthouse.
Raisha,
So
what does authenticity mean to you?
beautiful.
Love that. Boom.
say, I think I might have to ponder upon this one, you guys. Really have to self-reflect on this.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind, like from your heart? If you can kind of go to your heart for a minute,
Yeah.
not in your head, don't go in your head.
Well,
about
that's the beauty of authenticity. There is nothing to think there. It's just kind of, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Be okay, so maybe authenticity to me is just feeling the best I feel and being myself. Being myself and feeling the best being myself. That's authenticity to me. Me being authentic. How about you guys?
Well, I just like to expand on what you were saying when you think it, or you're saying for you, it means to be the best you can be. Is that what you feeling the best? So is it a feeling?
It's a
You
feeling.
It's a feeling that you are what?
That I'm feeling good about myself. Being
Good.
myself.
Being yourself. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Do you see the image? How does that looks on external, or like how do you walk? How do you breathe? How do you shine? What do you do?
I think I would just like to be more in a space where this doesn't require as much as effort from my side and more about like attracting the kind of people that see me being myself. Like
Welcomed
really
as
being
you are.
Yes.
Just be.
yeah,
Can I
just
just
being.
be? Can I just be me?
Yeah. And feeling good about it.
Yeah. And not pretending you're somebody else. That's
Correct.
what I used to do. I used to pretend I was somebody else.
Especially in the industry that I'm in. Like you really have to step up and be someone who you're not. And
Do you feel authenticity is welcomed in that fashion brands? Because brands is like more like putting everyone in a box, one in another way. Does it appreciate, like, does the authenticity appreciate it in that community?
absolutely not. I mean, it's a really
Whoa, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What? Tell me more.
Like every day, there's less space for creativity, less space for originality. It's because we're thinking about profit and numbers so much and just about the rat race that there is really no space for appreciating anything that's different than what's going to sell.
Oh, it's interesting because
So
it sounds like your value is authenticity, one of the top values, and it also sounds like you in the place where that's super stranded.
it is, yeah. So I'm also like thinking if I should be changing industries, which is why I really want to do the inner work and join your community to understand more about myself and my values. Hopefully take action.
Well, I have a question for you, Reisha.
Yes.
What are you doing at the moment when you would say you are authentic, or where are you when you are being authentic, or most authentic at the moment?
Sorry, can you repeat or rephrase your question? Repeat your question, please.
Art, do you mind just sharing like a 2-second brief of like who you are so she gets a little bit of insight in terms of a connection to you, if that's okay, before?
A brief descriptor of myself is that I am a chemical engineering student that loves playing volleyball, is very excited about most things nerdiness, loves tabletop role-playing games, and has learned through many things, one of which being this community, the lessons of life, and many experiences that I've already had. And I'm very grateful for that I have had them. And my question to you now is, as you're saying, you want to be more authentic and be more in the feeling of being authentic. That means you have been authentic. And my question to you is, when are you authentic? What are you doing when you're being authentic? And where are you doing? Where are you at, or when being authentic?
So when I envision myself being authentic, well, I would say I feel the best and I feel myself the best when I'm in surroundings that give me joy and peace and like I'm in harmony with myself. Ideally around the people that I love and people that appreciate me for me. This is one of the things that I'm really struggling in, is finding the right community and connecting with the right people that really bring the joy and passion for life in me. That's not draining me. That's life better in an authentic way. So I don't know if that really answers your question, but yeah. Does it answer your question, Mart? I feel like I just...
Well, that question was more for you to realize more something about yourself and share it than anything else. So yes, you answered my question.
Okay. I will reflect on it further.
Do you think you can be
Where
in the fashion world?
I clearly do not like my industry. I think that I think like everywhere we are, like we automatically turn into like chameleons, like just to adapt to, you know, whether it's the workspace, the people, kind of people you're working with, um, and the fashion industry. It like I said, it's a very nepotism. Like you know how the industry is, very shallow people,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
toxic.
That's all
No,
right.
I
That's
I,
why
I don't know that. I don't know those prejudices.
Yeah, very. Yeah, it's a really toxic industry. So can I be authentic there? I try to show up as my best version with my teammates and my, you know, manager and everything. But will I really be appreciated if I'm myself? I don't think so.
that says a lot. When I was a fashion photographer, I chose at one point to move away from that because I didn't like the messaging. And so I
What was
chose
the
to move in it, even though it was fun and I enjoyed it. But what I didn't enjoy was the messaging about women having to look a certain way, to have to be skinny, to, you know, to kind of fit into this box. And so I chose just to move on to a different form of photography. I I just found I would get more meaning out of shooting families or weddings or, you know, even commercial work. I got more. It was the messaging that I had trouble with and just chose to move away from that. You know, I'm glad I did. But I still totally love fashion. Don't get me wrong. I love, you know, I love what you said about just being able to express yourself, you know, being authentic, being able to express yourself through fashion or through design or, you know, whatever your vehicle is. That's kind of the fun part.
Raisha, what do you think are the biggest opportunities that can provide your expression into what you're doing in terms of the events with Prada and how you can bring your creativity to the space?
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of room for creativity in fashion and brands. Like, just because well, everything comes from, like, there's deep layers into this. Like, I don't have any space for creativity. I just get all the assets and I roll them out according to my region, like in the Middle East. For example, if we have like a certain collection that's come out, I will just make sure that the collection is not revealing as per, you know, people in Saudi and Dubai. Like, we can't wear revealing things here. Not so much. It depends on the kind of market. Uh, so everything that is supplied from HQ, which is Italy, we just roll them out. I don't have a lot of creativity in general. It's just about profits over people. Just sale, sale, sale. Make sure the events, like make sure our clients are happy. Make sure we are hitting our targets at the end of the day. So that's pretty much what we talk about all day. If there's no creativity.
And why are you in that role? If I may ask you.
Sorry?
Why are you in that role?
Why am I on this role? I just stumbled upon this role, and unfortunately, I hate. It pays pretty well, so that's where I'm having a hard time stepping out of it. Other than that, I used to be a writer. I am still a writer. I do a lot of. I write for Cosmopolitan. I am a columnist for Vogue. and Vogue Arabia. I have a few columns in Vogue Business, but I haven't been writing a lot lately just because now that I've moved into a brand side of things, like it's just profits and numbers. So, but then they pay well, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you're not complaining when they are paying you well, but you complaining in my understanding when they are focusing on making money. So and you say the
I'm not
the fashion is driven money
like
driven.
I wouldn't say that I'm complaining about their money driven. I think they need to be money driven, being one of the biggest brands in the world. I'm just saying that it's a very hypocritical industry, and yeah, there's not a lot. It's not fashion is not luxurious at all, despite what people think. It's a very doggy dog industry, I would say. So it just you have to be very thick skinned for it.
Well, you're learning some good skills that you could take and do your own thing at some point. Because what I hear from you, there's not a lot of meaning in what you're doing.
There's not a lot
got
of
the-
meaning.
Yeah, it's got a paycheck, which is nice, but that's going to be, after a while, it's not going to be worth it because, we need to be doing things that have some meaning for us and you are learning some skills that you can totally use at some point when you decide enough and you're going to move on to something else. I mean, you're writing, which it seems like that is an amazing skill to have too. And I don't think you find in your writing, are you more authentic?
Yeah,
Or is it
like
okay. Yeah. You get more meaning out of that.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Reisha, what comes to me to some hallucination here, what if you're there as a beacon of light in that organization that you see as a dark in many ways? What if you are there as a beacon of authenticity to shine and inspire and to recognize people's authenticity that is over there working?
I do. I am the beacon of light in my office, and I think that's why people like being around me. Yeah, I try to not take it too seriously.
Yeah. So imagine without you, that company, like a lot of people would not even have that light over there.
Yeah, a lot of people would not have a day as
Numbers.
fun as they are having since I'm there.
Beautiful. Wow. That's amazing that you're recognizing this right now.
Yeah.
And they pay you well for being you. So it's just like it seems like there is more room for you to be you, and that's it.
And maybe that's the creative part where you get to show up with this light and this playfulness and this innocence, where your creativity gets to shine by really being present to everybody's experience. And as a result, all of a sudden, maybe you get to plant seeds of possibility of how things can evolve even more meaningfully so that they can start to loosen up and enjoy a little bit more of what it means to really shine like the sun.
I hope so.
It sounds like you're already doing it. There's nothing to hope there.
Thank you so much, guys.
So what if you would have an opportunity to reintroduce yourself again from this state? How would that sound?
Reintroduce myself to you guys.
Yeah, right now.
Okay, let me do that right now. Okay. Hi everybody. I am Raisha, and I just joined this community where there's a bunch of people who are interrogating me with interesting questions and very thought-provoking questions, actually. And there's making me see a point of view that I wouldn't generally see it. So I would say I am showing up as the most authentic version of myself right now. I am in the most authentic version of myself right now, and I am creative. I am light. I am playful, and I am very. Actually, I feel good right now. That's all I can say. I feel good.
Yay.
Oh, pleasure to meet you.
That's good.
What do you do for a
I feel.
living? What kind of work do you work?
I work. Sorry, I have the most amazing job. I'm blessed to be in a position where millions of other people would have want to be in my place. um, it's a very luxurious. I work in fashion. It's a luxurious industry with a lot of hard work, which will pay off soon, hopefully. Um, yeah, I work in events, so I get to meet a lot of new people. It's extremely stressful, but I'm blessed to meet lots of new people every day.
Oh, beautiful.
So one thing I would invite, Raisha, is instead of seeing stress, see the opportunity of greatness. See the opportunity of recognizing that when you're seeing the beautiful people or meeting all these people, that there's more abundance of information that's coming to you. Because we can choose stress if that's what we are seeing, or we could choose benevolence and abundance and recognizing. Remember, you're doing your PhD in organizational behavior, right? So by all of that coming to you, all of that information from all those people, all that wisdom, it doesn't need to be stressful. It becomes a benevolence of information to help you really refine your PhD. You know what I mean?
Eric, please raise your hand down. You're already speaking.
Yeah. So I think that this is something that just to acknowledge within your wisdom, you know, that this is showing up for you with such grace, right? And ease, because you're wanting to provide even more value to the organizational behavior and the impact that you're going to be creating, even more so as you grow.
I would like to see it that way.
Well, you can right now if you choose to.
Well, I have something to add to that. You already introduced this topic yourself, and what we were talking about just now is you can see the effect you have on the people around you. So recognize the beautiful effect you have whilst being your authentic self. And whilst doing that, you can see how beautiful the and compounding the effect can be. And something that can maybe help you, as you said, you wanted to be more in the state is, well, first of all, recognizing what brings you in this authentic state. Do more of that. And also recognize what brings you out of that so that you recognize it. Oh, this is something that affects me. I will not let it affect me because I choose to. I will not
How do
be
you feel?
affected by my surroundings. I will just be myself.
How do you feel, Raisha, right now?
I'm just trying to take it all in. But I feel good.
What are you hearing?
What am I hearing? I'm actually just like what Mart said, just recognizing when I don't feel good about myself and like when I need to step out of that, what's not making me feel good. I'm actually just like playing scenarios in my head, and it's like thinking that I really need to be more present in my decision-making process and how people make me feel, like maybe just be present in myself, like be more connected to my heart to understand all the emotions that come and go throughout my day, my fast-paced day.
There's a lot of wisdom in making a lot of decisions in a fast-paced day and a very solution-oriented perspective that is allowing you to say, hey, I can make this so quickly. Kind of exciting.
Is there anything you would like to explore, Aisha? Like, do you have any questions? Like, think somehow we could support you on, like recognizing those patterns, or
So you guys do these calls every other day, right? Or is it
every
a weekly thing?
Every day.
Every day. Okay, so I had a really nice conversation with Eric just before this call, and I think when I join in the next calls, I will definitely need your support and need your help in maybe finding myself, listening to your perspectives to find myself better, and I will give you the questions. But today I'm good.
Raisha, I just want to already acknowledge the fact like you're here and opening up so quickly, which is beautiful. You don't need to do any of it, right? And you're choosing just to be present with us. And so you're already doing so much, and I just really appreciate you for like, hey, I wanna be around good people. I'm gonna jump into this community and get curious and open myself up. And so I just want to share that from my perspective, you're already doing it. You're already being this profound, beautiful woman that wants to do good, share good, be creative, be playful, and own that part of yourself, because it's you mentioned you have this big energy when you're going into work. And I've seen your energy. I know it personally. So own that. Keep owning that. Be that playful light of ball of fire that you are wherever you go, and know that you can always come back here to recharge.
Yeah, it is very recharging.
Yeah.
You mentioned in your presentation that community that interrogates you. I'm curious about that. What is that community?
I was just talking about you guys. I wasn't expecting to actually. I came here because Eric sent me the link, so I was like, let me see what they're talking about. I didn't expect it to be a lot about me, so I was just making a comment.
That's usually what happens when people don't expect. I feel like the energy. So the way it's going on, I feel the energy flows where it needs to flow. So, and thank you for receiving, as Eric said, because it could be uncomfortable. We have a cool questions here because we are many. So there's always different perspectives, or always different, and it's not. It's not that the intention of this group is to interrogate or penetrate somebody with the questions.
No, I know.
Yeah, And at the same time, it is, you know, like we keep on each other better. We keep on raising each other's standards. So and it doesn't have to be about that. That's maybe what I'm gonna say. It's a lot of flow. It's a lot of happening. What needs to happen. It's like coming to the unknown portal, and then something happens.
Curiosity about each other's experiences.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been with in this community with Eric?
It's yeah, I don't know, almost it's gonna be almost a year, huh?
Yeah.
Soon, some point.
It'll be a year. It'll be a year at the end of this month, bro.
And Raisha, the reason I come on these calls quite regularly is it's just a reminder of, you know, staying in my heart, I'd say mostly. Because when we go out into the outside world, a lot of the time we are, you know, so much in our head. And it, you know, I'm definitely more in my heart, even in the outside. But I have to sit down, work with my assistant on the business, doing the books. Okay, that's a lot of head work. It's funny because yesterday we were, at the end of the day, it was like 5 and Canada was still here. And we were trying to do this lease. And I had like the biggest headache because I've been in my head so much. And so getting on these calls is like refreshing because well, you know, for the most part, people wanting to raise our standard. And we want to be coming from the heart, not so much the head. And everyone will remind us of that. You know, Eric's going to remind us, Agitas and Mart, remind us if they start hearing too much head stuff, they're going to bring us back down to, it's like when we're asking you about authenticity, that is sort of a deep question. And it makes people think. We're not asking you what's the weather like in Dubai, because we're not interested in the weather in Dubai. We're interested in you and who you are, why you come here, why you'd come here. And we want to know a little bit more about you, because for us, we're fascinated by all these individuals that get on because they all have something to offer. You know, when you're speaking, I'm learning from you, right? It kind of goes both ways. And we're going to ask those kind of questions because that's kind of where we learn things. And you can even
be curious.
Yeah, because we're curious. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. We need to be curious about
Because
things,
we are.
right? Yeah. So, and every call can be different. You never know who's going to be on. I always feel like I was something out of these calls. And again, it's just that reminder of who really Brenda is. I come here to remind myself, hey, I don't have to be somebody else. I don't have to pretend to be somebody else. I'm just Brenda. Everybody's going to accept me as I am. And that's just a nice feeling when you're surrounded by people that feel the same way. We're not here. It's nothing about money. It's not about, you know, and you know, I like that because it's more about meaning than money. Because always the money will end up coming when you're doing something you love, something you're passionate about, that has some meaning, the money will come.
Family sticks together, and the family of light. May we always remember that, you know, like our souls are always connected and interconnected, and we don't need to actually do anything. We need to just trust in our intuition really tap into that physical embodiment and then shine like the sun, you know, because this is our collective experience. And by coming together and focusing on real meaningful change, we get to be the new ancestors that leave this world behind better than when we find it. So for me, this is something that I'm excited to continue to move forward with grace, ease, and curiosity amongst so many profound ladies and gentlemen. With that, I'd love to invite us all for a final grace moment. If we can just maybe take in a deep breath, close our eyes. Beloved Spirit, thank you for this meaningful and beautiful Sunday. May we always remember what our true purpose is and continue to tap into its benevolence, the benevolence of shared wisdom, shared expression, shared responsibility. May we always be willing to listen and be curious to one another, igniting our soul's purpose in everywhere that we go, feeling safe, certain, and appreciated that we are always being held and guided towards an even greater meaning. Thank you for bringing us amazing Raisha to this amazing community so that she can also shine bright in her industry and be who she is fully in her authenticity. May she continue to be in a place of absolute benevolent grace and profound playfulness so that people get to see her magic and creativity always. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm honored to know you and be on this mission together.
Thank you.
I love you
Thank
all.
you. One thing I want to add,
Please.
Raisha, that Prada should be fucking proud of having you and grateful beyond that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
You
That's
guys
it.
for your wonderful words. It made my Sunday night.
Oh,
Well,
that's awesome.
we hope to see you even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, hoping to be here.
Thanks, Raisha. Nice meeting you.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Ciao, everyone. Blessings. Ciao.